My name is Thomas Nguyen, 56 years old, and for 18 years I was the warehouse operations manager at Sterling Logistics in Chicago, Illinois, a company handling distribution for major retailers like Great Mart. I ran a team of 15, tracking millions in inventory across 3 states, ensuring every pallet of goods, from electronics to perishables, reached stores on time. We had a 99% accuracy rate, a record I'd built through sweat, late nights, and a system of checks no computer could match. That is, until our new VP of Operations, Chloe Reynolds, 33, with an MIT degree and a love for AI, decided I was redundant next to her smart inventory system. It was a humid July morning when Chloe called me to her office, a sterile space with screens flashing dashboards. She tapped her laptop and said, "Thomas, your manual processes are outdated. Our new AI inventory system, SmartStock, optimizes everything. We're streamlining." She pushed a termination letter across the desk. "We can hire 2 data analysts for your salary. It's just business." I stared at the letter, my pulse racing. 18 years, designing workflows, training staff, saving Great Mart from stockouts during blizzards, wiped out in a moment. "What about the team?" I asked, keeping my tone even. Chloe shrugged. "Most are being phased out. SmartStock's in beta and goes live at the Great Mart audit in 8 days. You'll get 2 months severance. Standard, right? Standard?" I thought of my team. People like Maria, who could spot a miscounted pallet in seconds, or Kevin, who'd rerouted shipments during a flood. I thought of my wife, Lynn, battling arthritis, and my grandson, Ethan, starting kindergarten. But I didn't argue. I nodded, signed the exit forms, and walked out, my warehouse keys heavy in my pocket. As I cleared my desk, photos of Ethan, a faded Sterling Safety Award, a worn logbook. The team gathered, stunned. "AI's taking our jobs?" Maria whispered. I nodded. "Check your emails." HR sent termination notices to 10 senior staff. Silence hung heavy. I left with a small box, the warehouse's hum fading behind me. In the parking lot, my phone buzzed. A text from Kevin. "SmartStock's already screwing up. Chloe's hiding it." At home, Lynn set a cup of tea on the table as I stared out at our modest backyard. "What's next?" she asked. I shrugged. "Something'll come up." But I was seething. I'd seen SmartStock's beta tests, miscounted pallets, phantom stock, shipments sent to wrong stores. The AI, built by Tech Trend Innovations, prioritized speed over accuracy, ignoring edge cases like damaged goods or partial deliveries. I suspected Tech Trend cut corners to win the contract, and Chloe was too green to notice. If I was right, the Great Mart audit would expose it. I just needed evidence. Sterling Logistics was a family-run outfit when I started in 2007, with 2 warehouses and a clipboard-based system. I modernized it. Barcodes, RF scanners, a custom workflow that cut errors to near zero. We grew to serve 500 Great Mart stores, handling $2 billion in goods annually. When the family sold to a corporate group 3 years ago, profit targets tightened. They hired Chloe 6 months ago to digitize, and she was obsessed with SmartStock, claiming it would save 30% on labor. The warning signs were clear. Chloe rejected my plan for a hybrid system, AI for routine counts, humans for exceptions. "Too costly," she said. She brought in Tech Trend coders, young and cocky, who didn't understand logistics. They shadowed my team, asking basic questions about cycle counts. I answered, but I noticed SmartStock's algorithms skipped verification steps I'd enforced for years. During a beta test, I flagged 5% stock discrepancies, but Chloe dismissed it. Teething issues, she said. We'll fix post-audit. A week before my firing, Chloe stopped by the warehouse. Great Mart's audit is critical, she said. SmartStock will lock in a 10-year contract. I should have seen the layoffs coming. But I was too busy correcting a shipment SmartStock sent to Ohio instead of Indiana. The first call came 3 days after I was fired. I was updating my resume when my phone rang. Chloe's name flashed. I let it go to voicemail. Thomas, it's Chloe. We're having issues with SmartStock. Some stocks unaccounted for. Could you consult? $200 an hour. I deleted it. Hours later, Maria texted, AI lost 50 pallets of TVs. Chloe's panicking. Audits in 5 days. That night, I dug into my old work laptop, where I'd backed up inventory logs and beta reports. I wasn't supposed to keep them, but 18 years of caution paid off. The reports showed SmartStock misreported 8% of inventory in tests, with errors compounding daily. I found an email I'd sent Chloe, warning about Tech Trend's spotty track record. 2 clients had sued them for faulty AI. She'd replied, appreciated, but we're moving forward. Lynn caught me at midnight, poring over data. You're not done with this, are you? She said. They're heading for a crash, I replied, and I'm not bailing them out. But I needed more than logs. I called Kevin, still at Sterling, too loyal to quit. Can you get me SmartStock's error logs? I asked. He hesitated. That's dicey, Tom, but I'll try. He also said Chloe was rushing the audit to impress the board. The next morning, I got an email from Apex Distribution, a regional competitor. Their operations head, Frank Larson, wrote, Thomas, heard about Sterling. Your accuracy record is legendary. Interested in a director role? I set a meeting for the next day. That afternoon, Kevin sent a flash drive with error logs dropped off anonymously. The logs were damning. SmartStock had lost track of $3 million in goods, with errors hidden by temporary patches. 2 days later, Chloe showed up at my house, her Prius idling in the drive. Thomas, we're in deep, she said, clutching her phone. SmartStock's losing stock daily. The audit's in 2 days. $500 an hour, 1 day. Please. I thought of my team, tossed aside for a flawed AI. I'm busy, I said. Interview tomorrow. Her eyes flashed. You'll regret this. We'll make sure no one hires you. I shut the door, my resolve hardening. The Apex meeting was a lifeline. Frank, a weathered logistician in his 60s, knew my work from Great Mart audits. Your system's bulletproof, he said over diner eggs. We're growing, but we need someone who knows inventory, not just algorithms. Run our operations? He offered a 15% raise and profit sharing. Why me? I asked. Frank chuckled. We tried AI. Lost $1 million in stock. Humans see what code misses. I accepted, but my focus was the audit. Maria called that night. Tom, it's a mess. SmartStock's off by $5 million now. Chloe's lying to Great Mart. She'd kept a log of discrepancies, which she sent me. I cross-referenced it with Kevin's data, confirming Tech Trend's AI used flawed predictive models, assuming perfect conditions. I needed to expose it at the audit. Maria slipped me a guest pass as a vendor rep, warning, Chloe's on edge. The audit was at Sterling's main warehouse, a sprawling facility packed with Great Mart execs, board members, and Tech Trend reps. I entered with my pass, gripping a tablet with my evidence. Maria met me near the loading docks, whispering, Chloe's pitching SmartStock as flawless. If it fails, she's done. The warehouse buzzed with scanners, but I saw chaos, workers scrambling to find missing pallets. Chloe stood at a console, smiling tightly. SmartStock ensures 100% accuracy, she said. Let's run a live count. Great Mart's VP, James Carter spoke up. Can it track a mixed palette of electronics and perishables? Chloe nodded, running a query. SmartStock reported 500 units, but a manual check showed 450. James frowned. Run it again with a damaged goods scenario. The AI reported all clear, but workers found 20 spoiled units. Whispers spread. Chloe stammered, just a glitch. I stepped forward. May I test a query? Chloe's face paled. This is private, she snapped. James intervened. Go ahead. I want answers. I entered a query. Locate 100 units of TVs shipped last week. SmartStock reported them in Ohio, but my logs showed they were in Indiana. I projected my tablet. Here's a log of $5 million in lost stock from your beta, hidden by management. The AI's models are flawed, assuming no errors. I showed Kevin's data, highlighting 8% discrepancies. James's eyes narrowed. Chloe, explain. She sputtered. That's outdated. I pressed on. TechTrend's AI fails under real conditions. They've been sued for this. A TechTrend rep shifted nervously. James stood. We're pausing this contract. The room erupted as board members grilled Chloe. I slipped out, my work done. That night, Frank called from Apex. Great Mart's talking to us, he said. Your stunt impressed them. Start Monday? I agreed. A burden lifting. Sterling's board fired Chloe 2 days later, after Great Mart froze their deal. Maria texted. They're begging for help. Kevin's joining Apex. I didn't reply, focused on designing Apex's inventory system. AI for basics, humans for precision. A year later, I stood in Apex's new warehouse, managing a 25-person team. Great Mart signed a 7-year contract, praising our accuracy. I trained every worker, documenting every step, ensuring no AI could derail us. Frank promoted me to VP of Logistics with a view of Chicago's skyline. One day, I got an email from Chloe, now at a struggling startup. Thomas, any roles at Apex? I misjudged things. I didn't respond. Some lessons are learned through failure. Driving home, Ethan's kindergarten drawing on the dash, I thought about value, of experience, of building systems that endure. I hadn't sought revenge. I'd built better and let the results speak. That was enough.